28th of April 1995, a tragic incident occurred at Cave Creek in the Paparoa National Park in New Zealand. A group of students from the Taiputini Polytechnic in Greymouth had gathered on a viewing platform overlooking the creek. However, to their horror, the platform collapsed, causing the entire group to fall into the deep chasm below. Sadly, most of them did not survive the fall. Paparoa National Park is renowned for its lush forests and unique rock formations, and Cave Creek is a popular attraction within the park. The viewing platform, built by the Department of Conservation in 1994, allowed visitors to peer down at the stream as it emerged from the cave system below. On that fateful day, a large group of outdoor recreation students from the Taiputini Polytechnic has split into two groups. The first group, consisting of 17 students and a Department of Conservation officer as their guide, eagerly made their way to the platform. Despite sensing its flimsiness, they trusted that it had been constructed safely and approved by a qualified engineer. Unfortunately, their trust was misplaced. The platform proved to be a death trap, collapsing under the weight of all 18 individuals and sending them plummeting into the chasm. They fell approximately 30 metres or nearly 100 feet before landing on the sharp rocks below. Meanwhile, the second group, who had separated from the first group earlier, arrived at the scene shortly after the collapse. One student and a Department of Conservation officer from this group hurried back along the trail to seek assistance, but upon arriving at their vehicles they realised that the keys were missing, and so the student took an hour hurrying on foot to the nearest house to contact police. The initial police officer then took an additional 2 hours to reach the scene on foot. Subsequently, helicopters and rescue equipment were dispatched. 4 severely injured students were rescued from the canyon. Unfortunately, the other 14 individuals who were on the platform when it collapsed had already perished. An investigation into the tragedy uncovered that the platform had been constructed improperly and was always destined to collapse. One of the major flaws was that it had not been designed or approved by a qualified engineer. Moreover, the platform had been secured with nails instead of being bolted into the rock, with some areas only having a single nail. Additionally, the steps leading to the platform were not properly attached. The platform had not received building consent, and warning signs indicating a maximum of 5 people were never put up. The inquiry concluded that the root cause of these issues was a systemic problem within the Department of Conservation. Despite being tasked with significant responsibility, the organisation lacked the necessary funding, resulting in shortcuts and substandard construction practices. After the conclusion, the Department of Conservation conducted inspections on over 520 structures within its parks. As a result, 65 structures were closed for repairs, while others were either removed or had safety notices attached to them. In order to provide compensation to the families of the victims, a total of $2.6 million was paid out. However, due to the Department of Conservation being a national entity, no prosecutions were carried out, as the law at the time did not allow the Crown to prosecute itself. Subsequently, changes were made to New Zealand laws to ensure that government departments can be held accountable. In 1996, a memorial plaque was unveiled, and in 1998, the track, which had been closed to visitors following the accident, was reopened. Although new stairs were installed, the viewing platform, which was poorly constructed and resulted in the loss of many lives, was never replaced.